Whipping up all of your favorite recipes.
Simply Food.
You should know by now that you're in for a treat.
Simply Food.
There's no other channel where you'd rather be.
Simply Food.
Seafood, pasta, cakes, and pies. Sing and laugh and even cry. Like and share and hit subscribe. Simply Food by TY.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, SimplyFoodByTy, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make these really simple but like low-key kind of bomb garlic and herb chicken bombers. Okay, so let's just jump right on into it. So look, if you want, you can make your chicken fresh. You can absolutely take some chicken breast and, bake them off or boil them off and then, season it up however you would like. But for me, I just find it easy to just grab yourself a rotisserie chicken. And as you guys can see, I'm showing you guys how quick and simple it is to really break down a rotisserie chicken. It doesn't take much at all. Just a little pro tip, anytime you're going to do something like this where you want to break down the chicken or shred it up, let's say like if you were going to do like a chicken salad or something like that, do it when it's cold. The bones and everything will break a whole lot easier. The skin will come off easier. And as you can see, I've just broken that down in less than a minute with complete ease. You know what I mean? And it's a lot easier this way. Also, it's going to be a little bit cheaper because, like for me, I got that from Costco and I think I spent maybe $5. And by the time I shred this down, this recipe, depending on how big you want your chicken bombers to be, honey, you can make anywhere between 20 to 30 of these things, in all honesty. So to me, this is a cheap, easy recipe that's fun to make, that, you can get the kids to make. This would be perfect for, game day, especially for Super Bowl. This would also be something really easy to make because you can make them in bulk. A lot of people like them room temperature as well. I like mine hot. But, if you want to make them in bulk and just sit them out on the table and, your friends can kind of just pop them in the mouth, why not? Just go on ahead. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just breaking down all of the chicken. I don't really always use the wings, but I definitely use all of the breast meat. And then you really want to shred that down, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to add in, I would say about an 8-ounce bag of mozzarella cheese. We're also going to add in some cream cheese as well. Now, one thing to take away from this video is, honestly, when it comes to the ingredients, it really is just going to depend on how many you plan on making. There's no right or wrong way to make this. I'm just giving you guys the key ingredients to make sure that you add. So as you can see, we're going to add in that entire package of the Laughing Cow garlic and herb spreadable cheese. We're also going to be adding in 2 eggs as well. Now, if you want yours a little bit more on the creamier side, what I also do is I add in about a half a cup to 1 cup of mayonnaise. I'll tell you guys when it's time to start doing that. Right now, we're starting to add in the seasonings. So again, if you made your chicken fresh, then of course you already will know how your chicken is seasoned. Because this is a rotisserie chicken, I like to add extra seasoning. So I'm adding in freshly ground black pepper. I'm adding in some Italian seasoning as well as parsley. But because I want a little bit more flavor, I'm also going to be adding in some crushed red pepper flakes. I'm going to add in about a tablespoon of seasonal salt, as well as garlic powder and onion powder. And then if you want your spicy, you could also add a little bit of cayenne with a nice sprinkle of kosher salt as well. And then you just want to go on ahead and just give this a mix around. Now, you might be wondering why I don't just use a spoon. To me, I think it's important to make sure you use your hands with this because it's the best way to make sure that you've gotten rid of all of those bones, okay? You do not want to accidentally cook this and have left one of the bones in and then, someone goes to take their bite and then it chokes them. Ain't nobody got time for that. So this is around the time when you would start to add in the mayonnaise. So what you'll do is you'll check it for the consistency. You don't want it to be dry. You want it to be almost to the consistency of like a chicken salad. Now, I'm not doing it on camera here, but what I'm going to start to do is I'm going to start adding in the mayonnaise little by little until it's to my liking, okay? Now, once again, if you guys really want to make sure that the flavors are all the way there, give your chicken mixture a taste prior to you adding in the eggs, okay? That way you can really make sure that that filling will be just the way you want it to be. You could also add in pepper jack cheese and all of that. Like I said, this is kind of one of those recipes where you just throw in what you want. I make mine garlic and herb just because I use the Laughing Cow garlic and herb cheese spread, and then I add in, of course, the Italian seasonings and so forth and so forth. Now, as you can see, I've taken a package of the Pillsbury Doughboy biscuits, and I'm just simply flattening it out. You know, this is not complicated. And once again, you know, if you really want to double, if not triple this recipe, you could honestly cut those in half and then flatten them out that way and just, you know, make multiple. Or you can make them kind of big like I'm doing, and then you're literally just going to fold it over and make sure that you're pinching that bottom completely closed so that, of course, nothing, you know, leaks out. Now, some of you might say, oh, well, you know, there's no cheddar cheese and none of that in it. Once again, you guys, feel free to add in whatever your favorite cheeses are. You know, this is just like the basis. You can add in so much more stuff, and that's completely fine. I promise you, they'll still taste just as delicious. So don't feel like you have to use mozzarella cheese. You can use whatever type of cheese you would like. So I'm going to show you guys how I do this one more time. Once again, you know, you want to get yourself a nice flat surface out on that dough, and then you're going to get yourself a nice scoop of the mix. Try your hardest to not overfill it, because again, you really want to make sure that it can be nice and tight. You guys know anytime you're working with something that's stuffed with cheese involved, you don't want it spilling out and then burning all over the place, okay? So, you know, just pinch the bottom tight, keep rolling it under your finger, as you can see me doing there. And then that way you can make sure that it is going to stay nice and sealed. At this point, you guys want to go ahead and get your oven preheated to 350 degrees because we are almost done, okay? It don't take long to make these at all. So now that we have them all into the pan, I'm going to be taking about 3 to 4 tablespoons of Kerrygold butter. And now I'm adding in some Italian seasoning. I'm also going to add in some Parmesan Reggiano, of course. And then a little bit of salt and pepper. If you guys want, you could also add some garlic powder as well. That's completely up to you. And I'm just going to give this a whisk around. And this is what we're going to put on top of the chicken bombers, just to make sure that, you know, they have some nice crisp to it and also that beautiful brown color. And as you can see, I mean, it comes together really, really simply. It's not complicated to make it all. And then you just spoon it right over the top. Apply that to all of them. You don't really have to necessarily worry about greasing your cast iron skillet, especially if you know that your cast iron skillet is a well-seasoned cast iron skillet. You shouldn't have to worry about it. And also you have this additional butter, so that'll also get some good flavor. But my God, I mean, just looking at them like this before they're even cooked, you can already tell they're going to be delicious. Like you really can't go wrong with these at all. Okay, so feel free to have fun and, you know, put different stuff in them. So now we're going to place these in the oven at 350 degrees for, I would say, roughly about 25 to 30 minutes. You want to keep an eye on it. Make sure that they're not burning or nothing like that. And honestly, you guys, that is it. Look, I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. I'll see you guys soon. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.
Whipping up all of your favorite recipes.
Simply Food.
You should know by now that you're in for a treat.
Simply Food.
There's no other channel where you'd rather be.
Simply Food.
Seafood, pasta, cakes, and pies. Sing and laugh and even cry. Like and share and hit subscribe. Simply Food